It's not just about the period of eating, it's the period of not eating that's so important for boosting the body's defenses against aging.
I'm healthier than a 20-year-old, thanks largely to my new diet. I've noticed continuous improvements in my health. Meet Dr. David Sinclair, a professor of genetics at Harvard Medical School. This is Dr. Sinclair in 2013, and this is him now at 54, looking younger than when he was 44. His dietary and lifestyle changes, he suggests, have effectively rejuvenated his body. Analyzing his blood biochemistry reveals that he's now healthier than ever, with metrics like testosterone, glucose, inflammation, and blood cell composition better than those typically found in a 20-year-old. In this video, we'll dive into his scientific discoveries in 5 key areas: exercise for longevity, essential dietary habits, his preferred foods, daily supplements, and foods he avoids for better health. One simple exercise rule. Dr. Sinclair recommends a straightforward exercise regime. Exercise vigorously enough to lose your breath 3 times a week for at least 10 minutes. This intense activity, he believes, induces beneficial stress on the body, stimulating muscle growth, improving blood flow, and triggering anti-aging chemicals in the tissues. Most important eating habit for longevity. The critical dietary habit for longevity, according to Dr. Sinclair, is to eat less frequently. He advocates for eating within a 6-hour window each day, sometimes skipping meals entirely, except for a nutritious vegan dinner. This approach, known as time-restricted feeding, activates the body's defense mechanisms against aging by encouraging deep cellular cleansing and protein recycling. Dr. Sinclair emphasizes the benefits of intermittent fasting combined with adequate hydration and occasional small protein snacks to manage hunger. He notes that this regimen not only contributes to longevity but also aids in managing and preventing various diseases when integrated with treatments like chemotherapy. What Professor David Sinclair eats for longevity. During his 6-hour eating window, Dr. David Sinclair primarily consumes a plant-based diet, crediting it with significant improvements in his skin, memory, and overall well-being. Observing populations known for their longevity, he notes that many consist of individuals who consume minimal, mostly vegetarian diets. Dr. Sinclair focuses on what he refers to as stress plants, a concept grounded in the hypothesis of xenohormesis. This theory suggests that molecules like plant polyphenol, which signal stress in plants, can benefit the organisms that consume them by triggering a cellular stress response, potentially enhancing lifespan and health. The term xenohormesis was coined by Dr. Sinclair and Conrad Howitz in the mid-2000s, following a Nature paper they published in 2003. Their research identified over 20 plant polyphenol that activate a sirtuin enzyme known as SIRT1, which is crucial for health and longevity. These polyphenol, including well-known compounds like resveratrol from red wine and others like pisiethanol and quercetin, play significant roles in activating and inhibiting pathways critical for health. To identify stress plants, Dr. Sinclair suggests looking for those grown organically and exposed to natural stressors like minimal pesticide use. He emphasizes the importance of colorful vegetables, such as bright reds, purples, and dark greens, which are rich in health-promoting polyphenol. In his lab experiments, these compounds have shown to improve health and physical endurance in mice. 3 supplements David Sinclair takes daily. Dr. David Sinclair, a renowned researcher in the field of genetics and aging, is well known for taking 3 specific supplements daily. It's important to note that Dr. Sinclair does not endorse any specific brands, nor does he profit from the sale of any supplements. His choices are based purely on scientific findings and personal health practices rather than commercial interests. 1. Resveratrol, often associated with the beneficial compounds found in red wine. Resveratrol is a supplement Dr. Sinclair incorporates into his daily regimen, usually by adding it to yogurt. This compound is derived from grapes and is known for its potential to activate sirtuins, proteins linked to aging and longevity. 2. NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. This compound is a derivative of vitamin B3 and plays a crucial role in producing NAD+, a molecule essential for the energy metabolism of our cells. As we age, our natural levels of NAD+ decline, diminishing the activity of sirtuins. Dr. Sinclair takes NMN to boost his NAD+ levels back to what they were when he was younger. Preliminary clinical trials have shown that NMN can offer health benefits, such as reducing cholesterol and blood pressure. 3. Metformin. This is perhaps the most controversial of his choices because it is actually a prescription medication used primarily to treat type 2 diabetes by controlling blood sugar levels. However, studies have indicated that metformin may also extend lifespan and reduce the risks of cardiovascular diseases, frailty, and even Alzheimer's disease in those without diabetes. Dr. Sinclair includes metformin in his daily intake due to these potential longevity benefits. These supplements reflect Dr. Sinclair's focus on biochemical mechanisms that could potentially slow down the aging process and improve overall health. Foods David Sinclair avoids for longevity. 1. Sugar. At the top of Dr. Sinclair's list of foods to avoid is sugar, especially glucose and fructose. He notes that high sugar intake can lead to conditions like fatty liver disease and diabetes. Dr. Sinclair emphasizes that the best predictor of longevity is one's blood sugar levels. Sugar not only contributes to aging but also feeds cancer cells, making its reduction crucial for health. Although he sometimes indulges in a small amount of ice cream, he generally avoids high sugar foods and suggests alternatives like monk fruit and stevia. 2. Bread and refined carbohydrates. Dr. Sinclair has significantly reduced his intake of refined carbohydrates, particularly bread. He found that eliminating bread from his diet led to immediate improvements in his blood glucose levels. Dr. Sinclair explains that consuming bread, especially for breakfast, can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar followed by a sharp drop, leading to feelings of hunger and fatigue due to hypoglycemia. 3. Meat. The third category of food Dr. Sinclair avoids is meat, due to its impact on cholesterol and triglycerides levels. Despite his enjoyment of meat, he acknowledges that the science supports a plant-based diet for enhancing longevity. He points out that plant proteins contain amino acid ratios that activate longevity genes more effectively than animal proteins. 4. Dairy. Dr. Sinclair also cut out dairy to experiment with its effects on his health. He observed improvements, suggesting that reducing protein intake, particularly from dairy sources, activates pathways associated with longevity. This change aligns with recent research advocating for reduced protein consumption for better health outcomes. 5. Alcohol. Lastly, Dr. Sinclair has eliminated daily alcohol consumption. He notes that regular alcohol intake is detrimental to health, although he acknowledges the benefits of occasionally drinking red wine, particularly Pinot Noir, due to its high resveratrol content, a compound known for its health benefits. By avoiding these foods, Dr. Sinclair aims to optimize his dietary habits to support a longer, healthier life.